No Motorized Transport, Prague to Hamburg River Trip, Season 2, Episode 6. We just completed a 2-day bike ride from Wittenberg to Magdeburg, and the second of those days was one of the worst days of my life. And now on day 9, we set off on a 2-day hike through a rural accommodation desert to Tangermünde, straight from our longest bike ride to our longest walk. So let's go.
It's the River Trip Season 2. Remember to like and subscribe.
A sunny, foggy morning in Magdeburg, setting off on what's going to be our longest walk ever on both trips, right?
Yeah.
If it goes to plan anyway. 20 past 7, and there's a ferry right near the end that stops running at
7:30.
7:30,
Yeah.
okay.
We've got a good 12 hours to get there.
That's the deadline for today, that getting to that ferry.
It'd also be good if the ferry was running.
Yeah, it might not be running like the one the other day, so we haven't booked anything, so we can be a bit flexible. That ferry's at, what's the name of the place?
Rogetz.
The ferry gets us to Rogetz, but if we do make it there in time and the ferry's running, we could go a bit further to Canals.
Yeah, that's the actual goal for today.
Yeah, that's the goal, because the accommodation, there's one accommodation option there that's cheaper, and it's got a washing machine, so that's always useful. Let's see how it goes.
And we've also come equipped with some brand spanking new umbrellas.
Not that we should need them today, hopefully. Don't know if I caught that. Rabbit, there he goes. Or a hare.
Definitely a hare.
Heading back for the great outdoors, leaving Magdeburg, the last city we'll see unless we make it to Hamburg. The minimum target for the day being Rogetz at the ferry crossing, but we were hoping to get to Canals, an epic hike that would get us over halfway to Tangermünde. Just use the toilet in this very fancy hotel.
Yeah.
Bought some drinks off a very kooky, friendly receptionist in there. Some German cola with Fanta mixed in it. Mezzo mix. It does just taste like Coke mixed with Fanta.
Let's have a go.
I concur.
The Prince of Saxony is one of the 7 electors, confined to a cell in the monastery.
Since we'd just been in Wittenberg, we walked on listening to the Rest is History series on Martin Luther. And coming up to 2.5 hours in, feeling fresh enough, but with a hell of a long way still to go, that was going to change. So it's about 5 to 10, couldn't be a more different day. I'm sort of picturing this landscape in the weather we had 2 days ago, and how much more depressing and bleak it would look than it does now. Right now it's lovely.
Yeah, definitely puts a bit of a spring in your step, doesn't it?
Yeah, and we've figured out that listening to a podcast really makes the time and the walk fly.
We've been learning all about Martin Luther King.
We're doing a really annoying bit of the route at the moment.
God, yeah. Unavoidable zigzag where you just have to follow this path that way, then that way, then that way, to avoid farmland and just to get over a little stream where there's just one little crossing. And if only we could walk in a straight line, it would shave probably like half an hour off. What is this all about?
Yeah, these things on the road asking us if we're thirsty and then saying schnapps. But it doesn't really tell us where the schnapps is. That was like a clown car sketch of sort of old people on bikes. They just kept coming. Like, wait until they turn this corner now, see how long this row of bikes is. This is nice to see though. I hope I'm fit enough at their age to be doing nice things like that. But on the evidence of our 2 cycling days, I'm not even fit enough at this age. Well, the signs can't make up their mind how far there is to go there. But it seems to be getting further away somehow. Last 3 signs have gone 2.2, 2.9, 3 kilometers to go. This definitely makes no sense now. The last sign said 0.8, and that was a while back. So who knows where it is, but it's somewhere up ahead.
Yeah, we're nearly there.
We did eventually get to Hohenwarte, and it was a picture postcard perfect little place. Ahead we have the village, Stork Nest. Little village pub, having some sugary fluids.
Don't be fooled. It's apple and coke.
We think this is just their house. It's proper villagey, this, isn't it?
They didn't actually look very pleased to see us when we turned up.
No, she's been nicer since.
Kind of served us begrudgingly.
It's like a kid playing with a remote control car who obviously knows the people who live here. Seems like everyone's stopping to chat with everyone.
This is a proper village.
So it's midday, about 20 kilometres done. Jadams called the ferry, and they are running today. So based on how it's going so far, we're feeling pretty confident, and we've booked the accommodation in the furthest point we were thinking of getting to today, Canals. So let's get on with it. Bye bye. Hohenwarte. Is that what it's called? Getting the nod of approval. Wearing another self-reference today. My Como top from my Como ground hopping video. Why not give that one a watch after this? Uneventful so far, especially compared to last episode, but today was just all about grinding out the kilometres, and it was gonna destroy our feet. We've got a blister treatment stop coming up already, and there were going to be a lot more of those. But at least some varied scenery for a change, which helps the sense that you're moving along. Signs still lying to us. The last one said 11 kilometres to Roget, but it's this way at least.
If they were doing rides, I genuinely think it would be acceptable to use one to get part of the way.
Only if they let us drive. And even then, it's questionable.
Well, you know, it's not motorised transport.
True.
And that's the rules.
Roget, the town that is always 11 kilometres away. That's relatively near the end. That's where the ferry is, so...
Yeah.
Wherever it's 11 kilometres from, 11 kilometres is a pretty nice distance.
Doesn't seem to belong around here, does it?
The horse and carriage?
Yeah.
No. It's like a cool forest we're about to head into.
Get in there, Dav. Something forming there. And this episode is sponsored by Compede. That's just going to become my toe now, isn't it?
Which is the year in which he will publish the 95 theses on indulgences. Yeah.
We've been coming across quite a few shelters.
Yeah, shelters we don't need today.
Today we haven't needed them at all. Maybe this is a letter to us. From now on we stick to the side of the river where the bike path goes, because there are amenities along the way.
This has been a canal, by the way. that we're following, because we had to come quite far inland for the only bridge we could cross, the little bridge earlier. Look at that. Hamburg starting to appear on the cycle signs.
The signage is a lot clearer than it has been.
Cycle path is closed here.
Yeah, it would help if there was an explanation.
There's a bike coming the other direction. Should be fine, right? If you just go past the barrier. Because otherwise we have to go along this main road.
Better give this a go.
Because you're not going to go to see a relic if you can buy an indulgence instead. No.
There's something quite nice about approaching a village from a long way away and being able to see it. See the church tower poking up.
And the little houses clustered around.
Makes you feel like you've covered a great distance to get there.
There's something kind of medieval about it.
Yeah, exactly.
Walking from village to village. Seeing the next village on the horizon.
Have you a toilet facility? And a beer?
A mug of your finest ale, sir. Yeah, let's do that. It's less of a detour. We're just choosing a place to get more refreshments in Neergrip. Pub is closed. We made the wrong decision. There's an ice cafe that is open, but we don't want to add. It's 11 minutes each way. We don't want to add 22 minutes to the journey, so ploughing on.
On to Horgets.
On to Horgets, which hopefully isn't still 11 kilometres away. Feeling it now.
Yeah, my feet are pretty sore, actually. Balls of the feet, can feel a bit of rubbing there as well.
I sort of screwed my knees up on the cycling day, and left knee is in danger of giving way, but we're well over halfway at this point.
Yeah.
Just keep thinking of that ferry to Rogets, and that
we can see now.
We can see it.
Yeah,
That's Rogets.
I think so, yeah, with that tower there.
And the beer we're going to have the other side, and from there it's less than an hour to the final destination, right?
Nope.
But I don't know how long that will take. I don't know, did we measure that?
Just a little rest at the charmingly named little village of Schartau. Fucking wasp.
Titanic confrontations. This is an age often thought of as being before nationalism.
We're becoming a bit worried that everything in Rogets, whatever it's called, is closed. But we are getting to the ferry. And not only is this the longest walk we're ever going to have done in one day, we're making record time as well. I think part of that is because there's nowhere to stop. But I was looking back at some of our longer walks of the past, which tended to be about 30k, and they took like 9.5, 10 hours. Well, we've already done 30k today, and we've only been going 8 hours or less. I seemed to be having a lot of trouble saying Rogets. Rogets. But that was the place now before us across the Elbe. There's the ferry coming back over. That big white house there is where we would have been staying, and we were hoping to get a beer. We don't know if there's anything open in there. But luckily we've made good time, so we don't have to stay there. We're going to the cheaper place, but it means more walking, and we're both pretty tired. You found a nice cafe?
Well, on the maps, yeah. Let's see if it exists, and let's see if it's open. Good to be on here.
It's really good to be on here. This felt like so far away when we started out.
Well, it's still
well, it is far away.
Like it has been far away, but it's a milestone.
This looks like some magical grotto again.
Please. Please.
It's open. It's open. Very retro. Sitting feels amazing. Cheers. The ice cafe really is the centre of like a lot of these German towns and villages.
There are more of them than pubs.
It is, yeah. If there's going to be one thing in a town, it's likely to be an ice cafe.
In other news, we've got 9k and 2 hours to go.
Compared to what we've just done, that doesn't sound too bad. But based on how we feel now, that sounds pretty bad. It's the last 9k as well, so we're likely to be slower.
Yeah, so maybe 2 hours 45.
But is that going around the water?
It's going around the water. There's just this annoying little gap where there's just no way to get over it. So we have to go around this body of water.
The body of water in question, and the reason it was going to take us over 2.5 hours to get from here to here, was this beast that starts here with this little uncrossable gap and then spreads far and wide to be as annoying as possible, and meant that with already wrecked feet, we ended up having to do this. It seems to be nothing in Canals where we're actually staying. It's a tiny place. Yeah, there's a real big, huge water thing, I don't even know what to call it, that blocks us getting there by some tiny gap. So it's going to be a much longer walk than it seems like it needs to be.
Yeah, like much of the way actually.
Also got a pizza.
Yes, I've also got pizza.
And now we're heading to the supermarket because there's going to be no chance to buy any food where we're going tonight.
Bahnhofstrasse, Triftweg, and then...
Lovely scenery on the final stretch, but our feet were such a state that it genuinely put the mission in jeopardy. We both had swollen ankles around the Achilles tendon, especially Jadams, and I'll warn you before showing this, but the skin had slipped off one of my toes like a glove, so it was like walking with a little razor blade in the end of your sock. That's the fucking twat lake. That means that all our toes are rubbing together and blistering up. We have to go a long way around.
It's added like 2.5 hours onto the journey.
We'll blow in all records out of the park with this.
Fuck you, Lake. Fuck you.
Transpired that he was a guest in the hotel. They'd been attacked by a bout of diarrhea in the night.
We keep stumbling upon these heavy metal concerts. We've just been walking through deserted forest for about an hour. So this is a randomly placed festival. Funny if it was the same band that was playing in that night in the bivvy. And there's some kind of metal concert going on. But I mean, that wouldn't bother me. How tired I am if I wasn't lying in a wet bin bag right now. That's an odd place. Odd place for a rock concert.
Right next to a big old country barn. Country house.
Takes me back to music festival days. That smell of like disturbed mud and booze. So as we approach Canals, which was basically some houses along one road, and before we take a look at my manky feet, let's look at the route. Almost 45 kilometers, but at what cost? Another day that should have made us more confident of getting to Hamburg, but actually made us less confident. We really weren't sure how we were going to carry on, but Canals was in the middle of nowhere, so luckily for the mission, we basically had no choice but to somehow keep walking to Tangermunde the next day. The accommodation turned out to be a spare room in some guy's house. He gave us a couple of cold beers, and we spent the evening trying to keep our swollen feet raised, struggling to walk even to the bathroom, and assessing the damage. Jadams' face says it all in these final clips. Look away now if you don't like feet, and I'll tell you when you can look again. We may have screwed up. Here's the state of the feet. Skin off the side of one toe on the left foot. Swollen Achilles tendon. Skin completely off this little toe. That is burning. Alright, no more feet. You can look again. And we're a bit screwed because Tangamunda is a long way away. And we're in the middle of nowhere.
Gotta laugh or you'll cry, eh, Dad?
The mission is a little bit in jeopardy, I would say. He was a right moody twat. And he didn't refill our water bottles.
That guy was such an arsehole.
This is weird.